So my dad, he texted me, and to be clear, this has never happened before. He texted, he said, can you and your sister make some time today? I'd like to have a moment of silence for the victims of 9/11.
Oh my God.
With him
on the
phone.
Oh my God.
But
I'm sorry.
But
I'm sorry.
We've never
Commemorated? You've never come out as a family?
She said 23rd anniversary. We better get on it. We better do 23 minutes of silence to make up for all the ones that we missed.
Oh my God.
And then
does he have any deep ties?
His step grandfather lived here.
No, that's you can't just know someone who lives in New York.
No, I think it's like for sometimes it's like you feel sadness, you're depressed, and here's an event where we can all feel sad together. Let's use it.
Sure.
As a vehicle for our own feelings.
Sure.
It's a tradition.
It will be now.
Yeah.
Did you guys make some time? Are you going to make some time?
So then he sent a second text, and it's to 10 numbers, 3 of which are family, the other 7, I don't know.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And he made a conference line with the dial-in number so we can all dial in to have a moment of silence for 9/11. At 12:30.
Wait, can we do it? Can we join?
We could join right at the tail end.
Right
of this,
at the end of this
thing.
I think we're joining. I'm putting. Will you add me? Wow. Add me to the link. Add me to the call.
Hey guys, just want to. Busy Phillips will be joining us
for this moment of silence.
Wow, that's really something. That's really something. I gotta say, I know this is October. But this is actually technically September 11th right now.
Yeah, we have the calendar here to let people know the truth.
Okay, I need them to know the truth. But I thought it was interesting that all weekend, I didn't realize that they have the lights up all weekend for September 11th. And then yesterday or the day before, there were lots of fireworks on the, down near and I was just like, first of all, that seems very. I don't know what's going. I don't understand what's happening.
Well, Russell has a friend. It took him a long time before he'd be willing to share it on the podcast.
People online. It's a weird day, and I don't go on Facebook a lot anymore. But I go on at least once a year from this day because it's mainly just people in Facebook being like telling where they were, but then no real connection to what happened.
Right.
It's just them saying like, "This is where I was when I found out." And you're like, okay, and it's been over 20 years now of people doing that.
Right.
But anyways, there's this one person I know from growing up, and every year she posts this same story. She posts this story about finding out she was in her government class. Her government teacher got a phone call, and while this is all happening, they put together that his daughter works in the World Trade Center. And so she remembers it. She shares it every year. And every year I'm like, we don't get follow-up of what happened to this guy's daughter. Wait,
what? That's not a part of the story?
No, she just says that she remembers the guy getting the phone call and running out of the room, being really scared, and seeing an adult go through that, But she never gives the follow-up of and his daughter was okay or tragically blah blah blah. So every year it's like, what is this story that we want to know the end? And I don't know this person well enough to be like, hey.
Well, someone commented finally.
So finally, last year, someone was like, hey, whatever happened to that government teacher's daughter? And she wrote, because I was watching it all day. I was refreshing, is she going to respond to this?
Stop it.
And then she wrote, actually, I don't know.
What?
What?
And every year, that story.
I got to tell you something. It doesn't ring true. Doesn't ring
true. She
true.
knows that girl's the woman survived because you would know.
You would know
if your government teacher lost.
Did you ever see the government teacher again?
Yeah.
Was he there the next day?
I don't know, but also I just think the whole thing is maybe misremembered.
True. I mean,
do you know what I mean? Maybe it wasn't. I don't know, because I just feel like that doesn't. If that I'm very far removed from high school at this point in my life. I would remember every detail of that and the follow-up.
You would certainly remember if your teacher lost their
Yes.
daughter in 9/11.
100%.
It would be all you talk about with people when things get dark.
I remember
you would say it.
No, I'm not even kidding. I remember hearing one of my favorite teachers' sons passed away after I graduated from high school,
100%.
and I still remember that.
100%.
And think about you know
Was
what I
he
mean?
was in one of the towers too?
No, it has nothing to do with 9/11. Your dad is killing me. People's weird dads are maybe my king.
Yeah.
It's maybe my king. I'm not even kidding. I'm so fucking right now. I'm so into people's weird dads.
his dad has like, he talks really quiet. And I was like, oh, I can see why people were like drawn in. You know what I mean? He would talk.
That's a power move, man.
He would talk real.
Forwarded to voicemail.
Going right to voicemail.
Trying to reach is not available. At the tone.
Just be like, I'm here for the moment of silence.
Yes, weird dads are fun to talk about.
Other people's weird dads. I know.
Yeah. Sometimes people go, your dad is like quite a character. And I'm like, I feel like I've mispainted him.
We've said this a million times on the podcast, but just see one quick example of Gianmarco's dad. The first minute of meeting him, he pulled a photo off of the restaurant wall of George W. Bush eating at the restaurant and brought it over to show us.
Big Italian restaurant full of clutter, different statues, different things. He just picks up 2 different things and brings them over to like, look at this. You see this
Look at
over
this.
here?
George W. Bush
Put
ate
it
here.
up there.
And
that's how you know it's a
showed us.
bad Italian restaurant. If Clinton ate there, probably gets pasta.
Yeah.
George W. Bush is your endorsement for the Italian restaurant? I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
Maybe it was like a
And it was like
barbecue.
before we had said hi, we were like, oh, yeah. It was very funny.
What's so funny is there's 20 people on this chain who he said for the moment of silence, no one's texted, which can only mean I was the only one.
You're the only one doing it while you're on a
But you haven't
podcast.
but you
You're listening to The Downside
The Downside.
with Gianmarco Soresi.